Hi, I'm Cindi Bigelow, and I hope you'll have a cup of tea with me. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm having a cup of constant comment tea started by my grandmother, Ruth Campbell. And while we're having a cup of tea together, I would love to talk tea. Some fun facts about tea that not a lot of people know. Like, what is the differences of tea? Where does tea come from? Basically what you're looking at, you're drinking the brew of a vegetable. Camellia sinensis is the plant in which you take the two leaves and a bud and you process to make them one of three types: green, black, or oolong. In the case of herbal tea, there is no Camellia sinensis, there is no tea bush in it. It's delicious, it's very good for you, it's fruits, herbs, and spices. We call it tea in our country because of the infusion process. But really, when you're talking about the Camellia sinensis or the tea bush, it's green, black, or oolong. And how do you get three different types of teas from one bush? It's really the exposure to air. That's what we call the processing of tea. It's very simple. It's just exposure to air. All of the teas that we use for our black teas are either from Sri Lanka or India, and they're from the highest mountain of gardens. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful, clean product. And they take these two leaves and a bud, and in the case of green, what they do is they will steam it or pan fire it, and then they dry it and chop it. And that's how you get a beautiful green tea. Has a totally different taste profile, looks very different in the cup, has different health benefits, caffeine content, etc. So it's an unfermented product. In the case of black tea, they take those same two leaves and a bud, and they chop it so that all the juices in the vein comes out and it's exposed to air. It's fermenting for about 6 to 8 hours. It turns a beautiful coppery black. Then they dry it, then they chop it. In the case of oolong, it's semi-fermented. They take those same two leaves in a bud, they chop it up, they expose it to air for about half the time that they do black tea, about 3 hours, and then they dry it and chop it. And again, they have very different caffeine content because as they're exposed to air, the caffeine comes out. So in a green tea, it has about 25 milligrams of caffeine. In a black tea, about 50 to 60 milligrams of caffeine versus a cup of coffee, 100 to 120 milligrams. And the reason why there's so many health studies out on the Camellia sinensis is because, just think about it. You're drinking the brew of a vegetable, and it's a very powerful brew with wonderful antioxidants that make your body strong. So in addition to being delicious, it's also so good for you. So I hope you're enjoying your cup of tea. I'm going to go back to drinking my constant comment tea. And thanks so much for talking tea with me in my kitchen. For watching, and I hope you enjoyed your cup of tea with me. And if you'd like to make it a standing date, I hope you'll subscribe to Tea Time with Cindi Bigelow, part of the Hoopla Hod Network. So from my entire family to you, thanks for watching, thanks for a cup of tea, and we hope our tea delights you.